Hello and welcome back to another episode of Talk and Tunes. I have with me Kody Norris. Welcome, Cody. Thank you for joining me today.
Well, hello. It's good to be here. Good to be on your show. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me. If you would take just a minute and introduce yourself to everybody, tell everybody a little bit about who Kody Norris is.
All right, Kody Norris of the Kody Norris Show, all the way from Mountain City, Tennessee. Kind of bringing bluegrass music to the masses, I guess you would say, with our mission with the Kody Norris Show, and loving every minute of it. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. I am loving it as well. I tell you, if someone had told me, I'm going to give my age away. If someone had told me 40 plus years ago, I would be doing a podcast and having bluegrass on my show, I would have said, no way, no how, never.
Well,
My dad is loving this right
now. Well, I'm certainly glad you're doing that today for my sake, nonetheless.
Well, my dad is probably the biggest bluegrass fan in the world. And I grew up in Northern Virginia, so you don't grow up in Virginia and not end up loving bluegrass.
You got that right.
My dad has done his job well, getting me to love bluegrass. But Cody, I am absolutely loving your music, loving finding out about you, your show, you and your wife, just the whole Kody Norris group. Y'all are absolutely fantastic. And your latest song video that you have out, Waitress Waitress, that is so much fun. Where did that idea for the whole song, the video, where did that come from?
One of my best friends in the world is Larry Chun. Larry Chun's been a dancer on the Grand Ole Opry for over 30 years. He and his wife, Cheryl. Today's actually their anniversary, by the way.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Larry wrote the song "In the Circle" that's on our Highfalutin Hillbilly record also, and he had suggested to me many years ago to go back, and of course I've always been a huge Little Jimmy Dickens fan, but there's a lot of songs that were kind of, swept under the rug, so to speak, of Dickens material. Waitress Waitress is from that catalog. He actually recorded that 2 times. Dickens' thing, he always had the twin guitars or even the triple guitars, playing all 3 parts in his band. That's where he got a lot of his sound from. So it lended itself for Mary Rachel and I to be able to use the twin guitars and to kind of, just show off a little bit, something else that we can bring to the table. And man, what a great piece of content for a music video. It just absolutely was something wonderful that we thought our fans would really connect with. And once we got the ball bouncing on that, man, so many people wanted to be a part of the video. And there at Elson Place Soda Shop in downtown Nashville, man, it just made a wonderful setting for the video. And we had such it was so fun the whole entire day that we were there recording. We ate a lot of good food and shared a lot of good memories and ate plenty of ice cream. So it was a good time.
Yeah, and you mentioned it being done at Elliston Place Soda Shop. Definitely a fun place to film it at.
For sure.
And that is, I think location has such a strong part in a music video.
Everything, yes.
I mean, you nailed that one.
Thank you.
I don't think you could have picked a better place to do that one at.
I can't take credit on that. Mary Rachel was in the producer's chair on that note and lined up everything, got everything lined up, and she was behind just about every camera angle. And through the whole editing process, everything to really knock that out of the park. And I think she, along with our team, they just really delivered on that one.
And again, shout out to having a strong team behind you. First and foremost, let me back up to Mary Rachel. Shout out to having a strong woman by your side.
You got that right.
She's right there beside you through all of this, but having a strong team behind you, a lot of people don't realize in the music business when they see a performer, a singer, even if it's a band, that there's a whole team behind you putting all of this together.
Most certainly. It's critical, and it's one thing to have a team, but to have a good one.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very blessed. Everybody that we work with, we're all on the same page, and everybody knows what's going on. We communicate regularly, and you can make some progress when you've got that.
Yeah, definitely. Do you see going back to the soda shop to do any more videos or follow-ups to that? Or was that just one special one that made sense to do it there?
I could see going back there to film a meatloaf eating contest if I was in. I sure did like it. Uh, no, I'd love to use that location for something else in the future. Had a wonderful time, and what we did, we only used about half the restaurant. The restaurant stayed open for normal business while we were filming, so that was a lot of fun. Lots of people taking pictures and stopping.
Yeah.
When we got just a minute, we'd snap a picture and take a little time. So that was a lot of fun. But just to have it in that natural environment, I
Yes.
think was a lot of part of the magic. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree there. A lot of times when filming happens for music videos or whatever it may be, the whole location is just shut down. So to not do that and kind of leave it in its natural state does lend to the believability of it
Oh,
more so.
most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah. Anything that's real and genuine as opposed to something staged. I mean, I'm a fan anytime. Yeah. You got a lot more variables that way. A lot of things can happen, but still, yeah, it makes it, it just makes it a lot more genuine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I love that. If you guys have not seen what we are talking about yet, Waitress Waitress, single and video out now. Please go check it out by Kody Norris. It is out there. It is such a fantastic song and video. Please go check it out right now. So, yeah, marvelous. While we're talking about songs that you have out, we're going to just go ahead and jump in and talk about this next song, and then we'll touch on some more Christmas stuff later. But Santa Claus is coming to town, your Christmas song that you have out. And obviously, anybody that knows you and knows your music knows that you are bluegrass, you're a bluegrass performer. But I have to honestly say, I've never heard Santa Claus Comes to Town in bluegrass form. But I'm here for it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Everybody knows me knows I'm a Christmas nut. And you just being an hour down the road, you'll have to come by at Christmas time sometime. Our house, we decorate every room in the house. The outside is all decorated up. Mary Rachel and I live in a 1860s plantation style home. Santa Claus actually comes to my house 2 or 3 times during the Christmas season, and we host Santa here for pictures with all the kids, and a couple of days throughout December, and hot chocolate and cookies and presents. It's a big old day. We have big times doing that, and so Christmas is front and center.
Yeah.
Going back to my childhood, Gene Autry was at the center of everything at Christmas time. I loved Gene Autry, from the clothes to the hats, his Western movies, all that. I just love all that. And even his business practices, he was some kind of a sharp businessman. When the record company asked us to do a Christmas song, spot on, I knew exactly, I didn't hesitate. From the time that they asked us till we got it recorded was only about 48 hours. We went straight to the studio. As soon as they asked us, Mary Rachel and I got on board. We got it arranged. We got the harmony elements with the banjo and the mandolin done, exactly what we were going to do. And 2 days later, we were in the studio cutting, and we got a record. And we cut that song in 2 takes. That's 2 takes. I'm proud of that.
Wow.
That come off very good. Yes.
That's fast.
Yeah.
That is a fast turnaround to get a
real quick
record done.
turnaround.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just kind of evidence of you knew what you wanted and you didn't have to do it over and over and over again to get it right.
There you go. There you go.
You knew what you wanted and you knew you picked the right song. It's all about song choice.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Sometimes, and I'm not one of these guys, if we're in the studio and we're fighting it, it's just not clicking. I don't waste the time. I move on. There's all kinds of material.
Yeah.
And because if you're having that much trouble delivering it in the studio, you'll never deliver it live and get a good feel to it.
Exactly. It's all about song choice. And like you say, if you're struggling with it and it takes you 5, 6, 10, 20 times to get it.
Yep.
I'd hate to think of how it's going to be when you're trying to perform it live.
No doubt. No doubt.
That'd be kind of scary to me. That'd make me a little bit nervous.
I agree.
Yeah. If you did that in 2 takes, you knew that was the right one.
I hope so.
It is. For sure. I've heard it. I've heard it. And it didn't take me but hearing it one time to be like, oh, this is pretty cool. I like
That's
this.
right.
I immediately put it on my Christmas playlist. So, yeah,
Well, good. Like here.
it's on there. I like it. And it's the only bluegrass one on my playlist. And that's not because I don't like bluegrass. I do. But, there's not a lot of bluegrass Christmas songs out there.
That's true. That's true.
That's different. So you're bringing something different to bluegrass. That's
there you
pretty
go.
Cool.
We've done our job then. That's good.
I wonder why that is. Is that not a thing that bluegrass performers do? What?
Yeah, I guess it's just coming from a smaller, the time window's so small.
Yeah.
If you look, I think it's probably got something to do with the festival season, honestly, because, the bulk of our work is bluegrass festivals, and the time that be, sort of slowing down, you've already got to have the Christmas song ready, and you might not get the mileage out of it, as you do.
Yeah.
Of course, December 26th, it's over.
Yeah.
So you've only got a small window, and maybe that's the reason. I don't know.
Possibly. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Well, I think y'all should do more.
Well, thank you. We'll try. We'll try.
I think you should do more. I like it. I'm definitely a fan of it. So I think you should do more. So Santa Claus is coming to town, which he is. So y'all go make sure you listen to that one. I'm loving it. Mountain City, Tennessee is your hometown. And they honored you in a pretty special way. And I didn't know this until we were talking before the recording. Friends of Kody Norris. This is an organization that your town actually put together for you. You didn't put it together.
No, there was a committee formed among some local community leaders, business people, personal friends of mine. They formed this group with the specific task in mind to bring the Kody Norris mural to life. And it's the biggest honor of my life.
That's so special.
To know that your town looks at you in that way and appreciates what you do to the point that they would do something like that means more to me than anything of my career. I said last night in a show that we did our annual Christmas show here at home. I've heard about, all my life, there's no honor in your hometown. There's no, well, I can't say that. People in my town have been so wonderful to me. They continue to be so wonderful to Mary Rachel and I as we still live here and are involved in our community each and every day. And have shown me a lot of love. They've shown me a lot of love. And, to drive down, through the middle of my town and look over and see that mural is huge. It's 50 some feet long, 25 feet high. So basically, if you took my bus and stacked it up 2 or 3 times, that's how big that is.
Yeah.
It's just been the biggest honor of my life, and I hope that I can live up to it. I sincerely do, and keep them looking upon us favorably in a way that's just far and beyond, anything I could have ever imagined. But that certainly means the world to me.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's beautiful. It's even more beautiful that they did that for you versus you setting it up yourself.
Well, and this went on for several months, and they actually brought Mary Rachel on to help with the design, and she didn't tell me.
So she had to keep that a secret from you.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we do a show every year, and you mentioned Chris and Taylor Malpas earlier.
Yes.
Actually, we do a show at our house every year in our backyard called the Backyard Breakdown. You'll have to make plans to come to that sometime.
Yes.
And we have hire 3 bands and a full catered dinner. We have some folks come down, make some Amish fried pies, ice cream, all that stuff. It's basically like a family reunion in our backyard. But the Malpas brothers were with us this year. And during that time, the committee came, and I noticed all these people that had these shirts on. It said Friends of Kody, and it had my picture on it. But I'd never seen this picture. When after the first show of the day, the MC comes on and says, we want to make, this committee come up, and they start talking. They've got this big board on an easel with like a canvas cloth over it. And they get up there and make a speech and talk all this stuff and then ask me to come up on the stage. And when they pull that off there and I saw that, it just broke my heart. I mean, it really just broke my heart knowing what they were going to do.
Yeah.
There's people down there every day every day from all across the country coming through Mountain City that stop to take a picture with that mural.
Yeah.
And that means more to me than they'll ever know. And I'm so grateful for it. I hope they'll keep that, and we'll keep that preserved for future generations to see and enjoy.
I'm going to have to come see it in person now.
You'll have to do that.
Like you said, Mountain City is not far from me at all. So
there you go. There you go.
I'm going to have to come see it in person. Well, tell everybody what the organization is for and what it does.
Well, like I say, it started with the with the mural, and I think their plan is to kind of help keep things looking good, keep things slicked up, and do some good in a small town. They've really not given me a whole lot, what their ideas are and what what they plan to do. But one of those definitely doing that and keeping that maintained and keeping that beautified, what something like that can roll into. So we're highly optimistic to see what they want to do with that.
Right. I think one thing I read is one of their main points is for music and arts in the community. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, very much so, and to keep that presented on a big level and a good look, and I think that's important in any town. I think that's important.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely important in any town, but I feel like especially in small towns like Mountain City and like Taylorsville, where we're from, keeping music and arts alive, especially for anyone, but especially for children.
Yes,
I just feel like it's so important in communities. Any community, but especially small communities where it might not otherwise be readily available.
Sure. I'll tell you an interesting fact about Mountain City on the note of that. It had another name before it was called Mountain City.
Really?
Yeah. You know what it was called?
I don't.
Taylorsville.
No way, really?
Yeah, there's all kinds of things in, like the Mosaic Lodge here is Taylorsville Lodge. There's several things that are still called Taylorsville, but that was what it was before it became Mountain City.
Well, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, interesting fact. Well, we are town nameship siblings then.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
Well, that is interesting. Well, I'm thrilled to know that about your town. I love when they acknowledge, not necessarily like Cody and look at what Cody has done, but the fact that you are from there and the things that you have accomplished and that you're wanting to give back to your community. And they notice that that is something about you that you want to do, you and Mary Rachel. So I love that they have done that in mural form.
Thank you.
And the fact that y'all have to see that every day, correct me if I'm wrong here, the fact that you have to see that every day, I feel like keeps you humble.
Most definitely. And keeps you to the fact that, you've got a certain level, you've got to, stand up there and really try to hold yourself accountable. Yeah. So that's a good thing. Never a bad thing.
Yeah. Like every time you leave and you do something, like you and Mary Rachel have been nominated for and won multiple awards. I've written down a few. Entertain from, I gotta put my glasses on, y'all, so I can read this actually. From IBMA and SPBGMA, nominated for and won, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, Entertainer of the Year, Instrumental Group of the Year, Guitar Performer of the Year, and Mary Rachel for Fiddler of the Year. That's impressive just right there. And I'm sure there's been many more than that you've either been nominated for and or won. But when you get awards like that, I know it makes you feel good, but for a little while, you've got to kind of get up in the clouds a little bit. So when you come back home to Mountain City and you see that mural, that's what I meant by keeping you humble.
Right. And it naturally, when you win something, one of the biggest awards in your field, why it makes you feel good.
Yeah, definitely. And it should.
I'm gonna tell you how great Mountain City is. Just on that note, the local paper, when the first year that we went were nominated in the Bluegrass Awards, when we came home the next week, the whole front of the paper was a congratulations from all the businesses and the banks, and they were so proud They were so
Yeah.
proud. And that just, again, is just another point of why I love my town. I love my community, and can't ever see myself living anywhere else. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, and you should, and I apologize sincerely if that came out wrong at all. You definitely should be proud of your accomplishments. I mean, you've worked hard for it. It's God-given talent, and you've worked hard. Both of you have, all of you have in the group, to get to where you have been, or to get to where you are. And they're much deserved, well deserved. I have been to Mountain City before. I think it's a great place. I love it. I love it even more knowing it used to be called Taylorsville. That's pretty cool. I love that. If you weren't doing bluegrass, if you weren't doing bluegrass music, what would you be doing?
Well, I had plans early on. I was going in the Air Force. That's what I wanted to do. And I think my life would have been a whole lot, different at that point. But in high school, I got a call to come and do a few fill-in dates with Ralph Stanley and the Clinch Mountain Boys. And I went and did that. After that, all my military plans kind of pivoted in one another direction, but music's been really good to me. And I've been to auctioneer school. So maybe if music hadn't worked out, auctioneering's the best thing. You get to be an entertainer still.
Yeah.
And, maybe something along those lines. I don't know. I hope I never have to see what else I do. I hope I get to do this till I die, but
yeah.
I love the music business, love the music culture, and it's been good to me and Mary Rachel and provided a very good life for us and our band and our whole team, and I just love it, and that's all thanks. Without the fans, we can't do any of that.
Yeah.
And we certainly love them and all the love that they show us each and every day.
Well, we love it. We hope you keep bringing us more. What can we look forward to in 2026?
I'm working on a brand new album right now. And we'll be right back in the studio. I think our first work day, our last work day of the year is the 21st. We'll be home on the 22nd, and then we're right back on the trail on January 2nd, and get right back out there. We got new albums, new music videos, all kinds of new things coming down the line that we're so excited about. And a lot of show dates this year coming up in places we haven't performed at before. So that'll be a lot of fun and interesting, and to see what happens with that. Everybody keep your eyes peeled for us. We're in North Carolina a few times this year, and so hope your audience will come out and see us, and it'll be a big time, and we'll look forward to that.
Yes, for sure. Well, I'm definitely going to look up and see where you're at closest to me. Heck, it may be Mountain City. And I'm going to catch a live show for sure. That is on my list to do for sure. As we mentioned before, it is that time of year. It is Christmas season. It's not going to be long before Santa Claus comes to town. So we're going to do some quick little rapid fire Christmas questions to see what just hits Kody Norris the right way at Christmas time.
Here we go. I'm ready.
All right. So Christmas decorations, did they go up before Thanksgiving, or do you wait till after Thanksgiving?
But Christmas decorations at our house go up on Halloween night.
No. I was afraid of that.
Hey, the level of magnitude, we have to.
I kind of thought that.
We wouldn't get it done.
I kind of thought that when you were describing all the decorations, I figured you had to get an early start with it. All right, I'll forgive you for that. For that, I'll forgive you. Otherwise, no. All right. Christmas dinner, turkey or ham?
Ham.
Right. You're just opposite already. 2 for 2. All right. Favorite side dish to go with that ham?
Let's see. Man, that's a hard one. Oh, man.
Because I like them all.
Yeah. Probably the most popular thing at my house are the baked beans. I used my grandma's recipe, and she was famous in this part of the world for her baked beans, and I never have any leftovers.
Okay. What is so special about that recipe? What goes in it?
Will you?
You can't tell me. I mean, like, is there hamburger in them or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say that's the best kind of baked beans with hamburger in it.
Gotta have it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But there's something special that makes it so
there
good
is,
that
you would not expect to be in there.
Oh. Mustard?
No. You don't want no mustard in them beans.
Honey?
No.
So I'm not gonna guess it, you're telling me.
No, it's so far. Yeah.
So far out in left field, I'd never guess.
Yeah, I'll fix you sometime.
All right.
Let you figure it out.
Well, yeah, we already know I got to come for Christmas and I got to come for the
Yeah.
backyard reunion. So I'm
There you go.
expecting some
There you
baked
go.
beans at one or the
Okay.
other.
All right. If you guess it, I'll tell you.
If I guess, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have to taste it and then I might be able to guess
There
it.
you go. There you go.
Okay. Challenge accepted. Because I
Okay.
make some pretty good baked beans too. So, all right. Favorite Christmas dessert?
Pecan pie. I've got a buddy here in town. He's a banker. Sonny Stout. He makes the best pecan pie I've ever put in my mouth, and I get one at Thanksgiving and I get one at Christmas every year.
Okay. And the way you just pronounced that answered my next question, and it must be a Tennessee thing. You said pecan. It's pecan.
Not in Mountain City.
So the last two people I've asked have agreed with me. My husband says pecan, but it's pecan. See, Taylor said pecan. It's spelled Pecan.
I'll call him when I get off here and straighten him out. We'll work on that.
He already said it. It's recorded.
Okay, we can't get out of it.
Can't change it. All right, last one. Favorite Christmas song?
Probably, I would really have a hard time with that. Anything from the Gene Autry Christmas album. That whole album is just the epitome of Christmas music in all forms. That's a feel-good record, and there's a reason that those songs are the top-selling songs of all time, and that they sell just as many today as they did when it came out. That's anything Gene Autry, and I'm on board.
Okay. It's the first time I've gotten that answer. I like that answer. That's given me something new to go listen to and think about.
It's actually on the turntable on our record player right now. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. That's an awesome answer. I hadn't gotten that one before. I love when somebody gives me a different answer, especially if it's something I hadn't heard before.
Sure.
And then now I got to go look it up and listen to it. So, yeah. All right. I like that. Great answer. All right. Mine's always Silver Bells. I don't know that will ever change.
Well, that's a good one. I sang that last night.
Silver Bells. Classic. Classic. But now I got a new one to add to my list, and it's this Bluegrass Santa Claus that's coming to town.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Slide that right in there.
Slide that right in there. All right. Cody, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been so much fun getting to know you a little bit better.
Thank you a lot. I do appreciate it. And sometime you're up this way, come to Mountain City and check it out, okay?
I will certainly do it. And listeners, viewers, thank you for tuning in and watching and listening. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Y'all remember, be kind to each other and have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We'll be back in January. So thank you very much. And if you are not already following Cody, make sure you go follow him on all socials, KodyNorris.com.
TheCodyNorrisShow.com. Remember now, that's Cody with a K. Anything else is Sody, and I wouldn't want you to be confused.
Show.com. Cody with a K.
Go.
Make sure you go give him a follow. And if you're not already following Route 66 on Spotify, make sure you do that so you don't miss a single podcast episode. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas.